Slow down and settle into the natural breath. Become comfortable in body. Become still of heart. Become watchful of mind. Attend non-judgmentally to them, noticing this or that as it comes and goes, without origin and without end. Recognizing that life is short and that death may snatch you away at any moment, humbly ask that the universe bestow on you simple and profound teachings to help you fully realize the awakened state. Listen closely with an open heart and a firm practice. Amazing. Just this. I will explain what is before you and what you have come to seek. Listen here and take the cross-legged position. Keep your body straight and on the seat, and turn the attention to the breath. Keep your attention thought-free and unconfined by mental constructs. As your focus transcends all types of objects, unfixed on any mark of concreteness or theory, remain quiet, tranquil, and awake. When you remain like this, the signs of progress naturally appear, and the clarity of consciousness that neither arises nor ceases comes forth. And as your awareness becomes utterly free of misconceptions, how wonderful. Since your mind has no real identity to be shown, in a natural, uncontrived, spontaneously present state, remain undistracted within this sphere of non-meditation. Remaining like this, liberation occurs spontaneously. This itself is the awakened state. All phenomena of samsara and nirvana are your own mind, and do not appear apart from this mind, devoid of self-nature, beyond thought, beyond word, and beyond description. Do not accept the pleasant, or reject that which is awful. Don't affirm, and don't deny. Make no preference whatsoever, but remain vividly awake in the state of unfabricated naturalness, resting in this present flow of now. By remaining like this, the signs of progress is that your body, speech, and mind feel free and easy, beyond the confines of pleasure and pain. That is the moment of understanding the awakened state. All that appears and exists Samsara and nirvana arises from your own mind, a mind that cannot be grasped, free from center, free from edge, falling freely, in the natural state of vast equality, intrinsic and uncontrived, remain undistracted in great effortlessness. Whatever you think, it arises as the space of wakefulness. The awakened one is nothing other than this. When the self-cognizant wakefulness is fully actualized, this is what is given the name Buddha. Your mind is non-arising. Nothing whatsoever is seen. Thought-free, forming no concepts. Don't follow your thinking. Don't affirm. Don't deny. But remain released in yourself and dwelling to the attendant present flow of now. In this state, the flow of thoughts is cut, the root of mind is cut, and wisdom unfolds, drawing the line between samsara and nirvana. Your mind is simplicity free from ego and a self, so remain in its self-occurring, self-subsiding state, free from any artifice. At that moment, bliss arises from within, the signs of progress occur spontaneously. This itself is the awakened state. Your mind was at first not created through causes, and at the end will not be destroyed by conditions, so remain effortless in the indescribable and uncontrived state. At that moment, the fruition is discovered in yourself without seeking. Apart from this, you will find no other awakened one. The awakened mind of enlightenment is not created through meditation. So, free from thinking, without projecting or dissolving thought, remain with wide open senses, letting your thinking subside in itself. Within this state, your thinking spontaneously dissolves, and the wisdoms occur by themselves, without being sought. This is itself the discovering of Buddhahood and the awakened state of being. That which bears the name awakened mind of enlightenment or Buddhahood is intrinsic, primordially self-existing and without center or edge. Don't correct it, but in the state that is self-realization and naturally serene. Don't change, don't alter, but remain, released into naturalness. By remaining like this, your mind is free of turmoil. It is itself the awakened mind of now. Without the effort of holding a subject and object, remain in the unfabricated state of natural realization. By remaining in this way, the stream of agitation is cut and ceases. Recognize that the moment now is to be the awakened one. Leave your attention free of dualistic action. Don't affirm or deny, but remain in uncontrived effortlessness. Don't accept or reject. The awakened state is to dwell undistractedly in that. Leave your mind in non-meditation. Don't fabricate an attitude, but with constructing and without constructing. Remain in self-existing natural realization. Remain in the breath. Remain in the flow of the present moment of now. By remaining in that state, without casting samsara aside, the natural dissolving of samsara's faults is the wisdom of the awakened one, of the Buddha. Your present mind is devoid of subject and object, and is not made, so free from effort and artifice. Don't create anything through meditation, but remain undistracted in its self-existing natural realization. Though this or that may come forward, consider it not as bad or as good, just as simply this. By remaining in that state, natural cognizance is liberated. You will never find the awakened one if you abandon this moment. When letting go of subject and object, the mind is not a thing to show. Likewise, it is not to be made or corrected. Remain in the state of equanimity, not straying into fixation on concreteness, on definitiveness, on this or thatness. Remaining undistracted from that is itself Buddhahood, is itself the awakened state of the present breath. The awakened state of mind is free from all claims to be more or to be less, unfabricated and naturally free from the subject that accepts or rejects. Don't dwell on anything. Be utterly unobstructed. To remain in that state is itself the awakened mind of a Buddha, is itself the present mind of this very moment. Your mind cannot be thought of, nor can it be observed. It lies beyond being and non-being, permanence and annihilation. So remain free of the object of meditation, and remain free of the meditation on meditator and object. When you remain undistracted from that state, this is what is called the Dharmakaya of the Awakened One, or the teaching of the Buddha of this present moment. Leave your attention free of knower and known. Do not fixate, but relax freely without wishing, and remain in the state of realization, devoid of self-nature. To remain unwavering from that is itself the awakened mind. Your mind, which perceives yet is free of substance, realizes without thought, is conscious yet indescribable, free from the movements of conceptual thinking. Remain in that state, awake and wide open, attending to nothing at all, yet everything equally and neutrally. Rest in this state known as Rigpa. To remain in this nature is itself the awakened state. Awakened mind is a perceiving emptiness, an empty yet luminous cognizance. Remain in its self-existing state. Don't alter or correct it. Don't define it or negate it. To remain unmoved from that is itself the awakened one. The identity of your attention, which consists of nothing whatsoever, is not to be held, neither is it to be created or neglected in meditation. Don't correct or alter its self-existing freshness, but remain in the original state that is spontaneously present. Within this state, do not let your mind waver, since you will never find a fruition apart from this very now. An awakened mind is empty while perceiving, and likewise perceives while being empty, an inconceivable unity of perceiving and aware emptiness. Remain in naturalness, undistracted from this sphere. To remain unmoved from this itself is the awakened one. The nature of your mind is not concrete and has no attributes. Don't seek, do not search, nor cling to fabricate or improve any aspect of the breath or of the focus, but remain without changing or forgetting. To remain like this is itself the awakened state. Your mind is inconcrete and primordially pure, naturally empty and uncontrived, so remain in the state free from meditator and meditation. Through this, you will attain complete Buddhahood. Your mind does not arise, nor does it cease, nor does it have attributes of concreteness or theory. Empty by its nature, its realization is unobstructed and pure. To remain unmoved from this is itself the awakened mind. Take these and apply them to your practice daily. You may compare the sutras and the tantras of the Buddha and their many commentaries, with words and numbers that transcend the limits of space, but the concise meaning of the Dharma is included in just these vital points. So practice them and consider them treasures. You may sit, attending to whatever is arising until you wish to come out slowly back